started. You once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. This love that you never started. You once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. So close to where we belong, and we're trying to go somewhere new. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. Trying to step back and see the view from above, 'cause I know that nothing lasts forever. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Shockwaves with you.
Hello, good afternoon, guys. This is Fireball, and with me, I have my fellow friend, mid laner, prodigy of India, Kaka, and we
Hey
are
guys.
bringing you a special tournament right now. So, esports, as you know, is debuting as a medal sport in the upcoming Asian Games of 2022, which is scheduled to be held at September of this year in Hangzhou, China. It was a demonstration title actually in the Asian Games that took place in 2018, where Turt Mehta got a bronze medal in the game of Hearthstone. So, like an Indian bringing home a bronze medal is a pretty big deal for esports in India in general. So, the Esports Federation of India is conducting the National Esports Championship 2022 as a part of AESF's road to the Asian Games in 2022. So that will select the contingent that will represent Team India in the upcoming Asian Games. So the National Esports Championships include five titles, which are Dota 2, Hearthstone, FIFA 2022, Street Fighter 5, and League of Legends. So one of the major games that played all around the world, and a lot of hype around these games as well. So how this tournament will go is the winner will play the regional finals, which will determine the seeding of the teams for the main event at Asian Games 2022. And the regional finals will be scheduled to be held at June and July of this year. So, as we all know, some of the best esports athletes have taken part in this tournament, and they are competing in this road to Asian Games final to determine their seeding. And we will like to thank our sponsor, which are Inox Leisure is the multiplex partner, and Artsmith is the communication partner for Esports Federation of India, and we continue to thank them for their support. So, once again, I'm Fireball, and with me is Kaka.
Hi guys. How are you all today? And I can't wait for the game to start actually. Let's hop into the brackets and see how the teams have made their way till now. So winner bracket, Faisal, did you watch yesterday's game? Temple of Kings versus Coco Cats. That was one hell of a game, man.
Yeah, it was and we know Temple of Kings, one of the best teams India has ever seen.
Probably the
If
best team
you
right
hear
now.
League of Legends, and you just have to go to Temple of Kings.
Yeah, and it was a really close series having said that because the first game was kind of a storm, but second game Coco Cats could have won that in like 20 minutes and then 30 minutes, but then
Mhm.
they kept on throwing, and then the tides changed,
Yeah.
and somehow Temple of Kings found themselves winning 2-0. So that was one hell of a series yesterday. And from the other side, Pineapple Cake has made it to the winners bracket final, which will be on Sunday. And we are here for the lower brackets. So Coco Cats versus Support No Vision, and Coco Cats again played really well last night. So let's see. I'm really hoping it's going to be a good series today.
Yeah, once again, Coco Cats is one of the more famous Indian teams as well. They do always tend to have these deep runs in all of the competitions that they go through, and we've seen them in the previous competitions as well. And the players in Coco Cats, one of the more known names in Ganja, as known as Irvin, and almost all of the other players like Dom's Kitten. So it will be interesting to see how Support No Vision, which is a relatively new team, put up against Coco Cats. So again, both of these teams are from India, and they will be playing in the lower bracket first game. This is an elimination round, so the loser of this match will go home, and the winner will advance into the lower bracket final.
Yeah, and
Mm,
it should be. I mean, must be said that Coco Cats is the favorites to win this game against Support No Vision and run the lower bracket as well. Honestly, and there's a good chance they make it to the grand final, which is on Sunday. So it's gonna be a good series to watch. But I would say Coco Cats are like pretty favorites here.
yeah, I think the same thing as well. So we already saw in the winners bracket one that Coco Cats almost took a game out of Temple of Kings, and that itself is a pretty big thing because Temple of Kings usually tend to stomp these games. But I think Coco Cats, if they have a clear mindset, they can run through the lower brackets pretty well. So this is the versus screen. We have Team Coco Cats from India that will go up against Team Support No Vision from India as well, and I'm excited to see what they bring in. And the meta itself in League of Legends right now is pretty interesting. It's not like one set meta where you will expect what's gonna go on. So I just want to see what new champions they try out and what kind of games they show. And with that, let's just start into the first game of this best of three series. So again,
Yeah, and we'll
again
be getting into the game really soon. I think the drafts are done, so we'll go through the picks once. Uh,
mhm.
let's talk more about Coco Cats. Then, obviously, favorites in this series really, performed well last night. And if they just went back to the drawing board and realized that, guys, we could have won the second game quite convincingly if we just did not throw the game. And it's obviously it's easier said than done.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, they were so far ahead. When you have a 6-0-9 jinx, I mean, come on, man. You are expected to win that game.
I mean, and Jinx is one of those champions you would expect to hyper carry the entire game. But then again, the opponents were Temple of Kings, so like they have won pretty much every single tournament, and not even like they've won every single tournament. They've not even lost a single game, let alone a
Yeah,
series.
they have
So
stormed
Temple
their
of
way through
Kings
to all the
is
tournaments.
like this godlike team, final raid boss of a MMORPG game that you have to go through to like prove yourself. But Team Coco Cats did pretty well against that kind of a team as well. So as you said, like they have to just go back to the drawing board and make sure that they do not make the same mistakes. Try to finish off the games. Do not take silly fights, and just close out the game in a clean fashion.
Yeah, and just be
Um,
confident because they did put up a really good fight. So I don't think they have anything to be worried about. As long as the heads are not down, they can look forward to a grand final.
I mean, yeah, that is a good thing that you mentioned because you have played a lot of League of Legends competitively as well. I have had some experience as well, and coming off like after a heavy defeat like that, especially in a match that you were winning, and you just end up
Yeah.
losing because of your mistakes, it takes a big toll on your mental. So like these guys should not be tilted, and not let the mental aspect of things affect their actual gameplay.
Yeah, but having said that, you can take it like very positively as well. Like, come on, guys, we do realize this is the best team in India, and we almost won against them. We smashed them. So, you can take it in a positive note as well, and then just be confident in your play. Like maybe next time we'll get them.
I mean, yeah, once again, it all comes down to the kind of mental they are going to keep. So I
Yeah,
hope
exactly. Yeah,
Irvin,
yeah.
being the leader of their team, I hope he talks to them and, cheers them up. We've seen Irvin has been around for like almost as far back as I can remember competitive League of Legends in India.
Oh yeah.
So, like, he has a lot of experience and he is the person you would want in your team to like bring yourself up. So I'm expecting Irwin to be that person and that leader for them, as his name suggests as well. Irwin from Attack on Titan, he has to be that
Yeah.
leader for them,
He has to be
and
the leader. Yeah.
yeah, and
I just
the
hope he doesn't run it down like Irvin did, though.
I mean that's what they did the previous game, just ran into the beast titan of a team that is Temple of Kings. So we w- we will see what they draft and get into the game pretty soon. Again, reminding our viewers, this is a best of three, so the first team to take two games wins. And on that note, what do you think is gonna be the result? What are your predictions?
I mean, again, I seriously think and strongly think that Coco Cats are like heavy favorites in this one. And as you said, support No Vision, relatively a new team to the scene as well. And these guys are just grinders, man. Coco Cats, they've all been around for such a long time, for years and years. I have played with two of them in my own team, and I
Yeah.
retired 2 years ago. So that should say something about the experience in that squad. So Coco Cats should be the favorite 2-1 or 2-0. I would expect a 2-0, but let's hop into the game and see.
So that is a 2-0 prediction coming out by Kaka, and I hate to say it, but I think that's going to be the same result as well. But let's see. Support No Vision, a relatively new team. Maybe they have some tricks up their bag that we do not know. So we'll jump straight up into the game. And looking at the champion picks, we have the top lane matchup in the On versus Wukong. So a tank versus kind of a bruiser, almost assassin, depending on how you build him. There's Nocturne versus Diana in the jungle. In the mid lane, we have the Fizz, the annoying pole dancer Fizz against the Din Zhao. So a lot of melee champions coming out right there, and we have a Yasuo as the ADC for Team Support Norwegian. So already a very spicy pick. I'm excited to see how that goes. I feel like Yasuo ADC can either go really well or really bad. There's like no in middle for these
That's
people.
Yasuo in a nutshell in any role.
Yeah, okay.
And
I
having
mean, you
said that,
either go like
speaking about the
15-2 or
yeah.
you go 0-10.
Yeah, exactly. And the 0-10 power spike hits. Anyway, just speaking about the mid matchup, this is one matchup that I have never played. So Fizz
Hmm.
versus Zinjao. Zinjao is typically a jungler, so you don't really see him played in the mid lane, but Nira's gonna do it, and he's and
I mean, have you already
speaking
looked
of
into
the
bullying?
yeah, and speaking of the draft in general, I would say the blue side support no vision has. I think they have a little complicated draft when you compare it to Coco Cats. Yasuo in the bot lane, you can already see they're suffering because of the range disadvantage and 1 CS to 10. So he is struggling as of now.
Mhm. Well, like there are, I see a very like a clear pattern of heavy engage from the side of Team Support now, which I guess they use the on ultimate to engage. You get a few knockups, and Yasuo just ults in on those. Nocturne can jump into one person as well. So I see a lot of dive potential in the side of Support no Vision.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a lot of hard engage. Rakan, on, Nocturne, you can engage from literally half the map. So, fight in the mid lane. Oh, Fizz just went in.
A
A flash
flash will
burn
be
by
used by
on.
on at top lane. So again, looking at the summoner spells, Wukong has opted for the ignite and not the
Ignite,
teleport.
yeah, and I think that surprised on quite a bit.
Yeah. And
Oh,
we'll go into the Fizz, who's low under his turret, and will just pick up the first blood. So Fizz thinking he was pretty safe, but Xin does not give a damn and just gets the first
yeah,
blood for
and
his team. So
it's
Coco
the
Cat's
advantage of the
opening the
cheese
score.
pick. It's
Mhm.
it's one of the matchups I'm pretty sure the Fizz has never played in his life. Zinjao mid, so he gets surprised by the burst of damage that comes in through the Zinjao W and E, and Ignite finishes him off.
And this bot lane is so painful to look at. The Rakan is trying to go in, do a lot of damage, like get the CC off, and the Yasuo's dashing through minions as well. It looks very flashy, but Irvin just has to sit there and auto attack them, and they just lose the trade.
Yeah, and it's what we talked about, the experience in the bot lane.
Again, we
Okay,
see a Typhon actually getting a dive onto the bottom lane, and the Renata Glass ability to keep him alive will just miss. So it's a 1-for-1 at the bottom lane as of now. A very early dive coming on, a level 3 dive for the
yeah,
side of Coco Cat.
and that's a very risky dive. I mean, you just brought Yasuo back into the game because he is behind 24 CS, but he has a kill to his name now, and I don't think that was needed. And maybe they could have executed it better, but having said that, 1-for-1 is not really worth it for Coco Cats.
And in
Fight
the
in the
mid
mid
lane,
lane,
we
and
see
Zinjao
another
might
fight
die.
going on, a flash follow for the Fizz,
Wow.
and back even at the mid lane. So very messy game going all around. Fizz does end up using his ignite to secure that kill as well. Did not like how Zinja ended up killing him under his own turret. So
Yeah, and gets one
the
back,
Fizz
and
picks up the
having
yeah.
lot of fights in the first 4 minutes of the game, first 5 minutes of the game, bot lane and mid lane going head to head, even a solo kill almost in the top lane. It's a very messy game for now. Then it's really fun to watch.
I mean, it is fun to watch when there's like a fight going on in every single lane, but it is very like not textbook League of Legends, not a very clean game. And let's see how they build up on the skill. So as we team support no vision is going for that first hex tech dragon. They saw Coco Cat's bot lane recalled, so that is a good timing for them to get the dragon.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
really
that's
well.
excellent timing on the dragon take there, and they realize the bot lane from Coco Cats have to reset because of the fight and kills and have to buy, so they use that timing well, and now they'll get a nice reset as well. So really good timing on that.
Uh,
Will they pay for
Renata
it though?
class, oh, the flash being used by Nocturne to escape, but I think overall worth, you can blow up a flash for a dragon, and they got the scuttle crab as well.
Yeah, I mean he could have gotten out cleanly if he just part to the bottom side of the map, but
Yeah.
even then it's a worthy trade. Nocturne, you don't really need the flash right now. You're waiting to hit the level 6 power spike and just farming till then. And Dyna's not one of those champions who can solo kill you so early in the game, so it's not that big of a deal here. And I must
We
say the
see
CS numbers in the mid lane are really really low. 15 CS
uh,
in 6 minutes
Fizz,
is
Fizz is having a really rough time in that mid lane. I mean, he did end up getting that kill, but like 17 CS at 6 minutes is absolutely horrible. for a
Yeah,
mid laner.
and this is gonna be a really good dive if they plan on Coco Cats, because four-man dive bot lane. Yasuo doesn't have
84.
flash, and the
You
wave is
see
so
how they
huge. This
played.
could,
Diana does go in to tank the turret, but Rakan is moving around really well, so it does end up going 1 for 1. But I think
yeah,
in a four-man
and
dive, they could have. Oh, never mind. We have Fish using his ultimate as well onto the Renata. Not doing a lot of damage, but Nero actually goes back in. Fizz will just jump onto his troll pole. The Nocturne is there to trade one kill in the bottom side. But we see the
oh
Yasuo landing a good two-man ultimate, and that will be a double kill for the Yasuo. So excellent ultimate coming out by the Yasuo, but we're not done yet as it seems. In the top lane, we see Zuko and the ongoing head-to-head as well, and the Wukong will pick up that kill as well. So a lot of action just going on in the last 30 seconds.
yeah, all five members from each team ended up fighting each other, and I have to say the dive planning was really good. The execution was really poor from Coco Cats, and you're trying to shut down the melee range Yasuo in the bot lane, who now finds himself 4 kills with a beautiful ult and double kill there. So it's not really going according to plan
Hmm.
for Coco
I
Cats right now. And Wukong gets a solo kill, and I have to highlight that the second cast on his Cyclone was really on time. The on couldn't recast his ult and ended up paying for it.
Yeah, little micro decisions like that end up being the difference between a kill or a death. But as you mentioned, this Yasuo is gonna be a real problem now. We know how much a Yasuo can snowball very easily, and they just ended up giving him 4 kills, and out of those four, I think two were just because of turret eyes. But meanwhile, we see the Nocturne using his ultimate onto the Renata as well. Renata will use her resurrect, but will be in vain. So Yasuo goes unstoppable. 501 at 9 minutes.
501. Yeah, and you wouldn't think he was gonna have such a good time in the laning phase. Yasuo is
Yeah.
5 kills. Nocturne donates the kill to the Yasuo, knows he's the carry of this game, so why not just put all resources right now on the Yasuo? And that's a good ult as
Fizz
well. And
ultimate,
Yasuo has ult as well.
a good ultimate from the
Another
Zinjao
kill.
does stop the dive in, but like Yasuo's ultimate will be able to follow up, and 601, 9 minutes does
601 looking really
absolutely
pretty here,
insane.
Yasuo.
Yeah.
And they have the Dragon collection going on for them as well. So it's looking really good for support no vision right now, although they are behind in gold, courtesy top lane, but still this is really good for Yasuo. And the game plan is
Yeah,
coming off because this comp is built around the Yasuo. If you see Rakan on all knockups for Yasuo, so you need the Yasuo to be at least even in game. But now he's so ahead, then
he's just too
it's
far
a,
ahead. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be a huge problem for Coco Cats.
Now we at 10 minutes looking at the scoreboard, it is 8 to 5. Cocats are still ahead in gold by like 600 gold because of the CS leads they have in pretty much all the lanes.
All the lanes, yeah. And
So
while they
all
were
is
killing
not
the
lost
Yasuo
yet.
at mid lane, Faisal, Dinah did pick up the Rift Herald. So let's see where she decides to put the Herald down and get the plates for themselves.
Oh yeah, like before 14 minutes, Rift Herald does give you like free 3 plates basically.
3 plates, yeah. And let's talk about the build. So Samira has completed her Immortal Shield Bow, which is quite early, 10 minutes I would say, 93 CS, 2 kills. She's doing pretty well. Dinah is going for a Nashor's tooth, I'm guessing. And I really don't like that. I would prefer a little bit of mobility with the Proto Belt since they have the Nocturne and
Oh, beautiful
Fizz
fight
Eyes.
coming out in the mid lane. They were trading back and forth so much, and Nero just had enough. He's just like, I'm going in and I'm killing you right now. So this Zinjao actually doing a lot of work. But as that was going on in the mid lane, Cococat does end up taking the Fire Dragon. So they will get that
Yeah,
extra
and it's
damage
a
deal.
win-win for Coco Cats. And I don't think the Fizz realized that Jinzhao has a Hex Drinker in his inventory. So
Yeah.
even if he decides to go all in, he's gonna have to do more. And as we were talking about the Rift Herald 3 free plates, that's gonna go down in the mid lane. If you get the mid lane turret so early in the game, it gives you a lot of control.
Oh, yeah. Zinja getting the turret solo as well. A lot of local gold going this way, but we do see the on actually moving towards the mid lane. Nero might be getting ganked. He's low on mana right now. Let's see if the CC can connect from the on, but the Diana will move towards them in the mid lane. But
That's a dead
meanwhile,
Samira.
in the bottom lane, a good knockup by the Rakan holds Samira in CC chains, but in agonies, Yasuo does end up doing a lot of damage and gets the kill. Diana does come in to trade back a
Oh
few kills,
wow.
and there is the Zinjao to clean up the entire fight. So a really good engage coming out by the Rakan, and it was looking like it is going to be another few kills for the Yasuo, but a good counter gank by the Diana and Zinjao makes sure it ends up being a 2 for 2.
Yeah, a good counter gank and a really good exhaust by Irwin to decrease Yasuo's damage, and that kind of helped him survive and get out of the fight. Although he did end up dying. And yeah, good counter gang by Diana, and Xin Zhao obviously roamed as well bot lane and he gets the juicy shutdown on the Yasuo. So I think Diana got that, but yeah, that's really well played by Coco Cats, and suddenly they are 3,000 gold up.
Yeah, I mean, a big shutdown from the Yasuo going towards Team Coco Cat. And now just look at those items picked up by Xinjiang. He has completed his Eclipse, has a Hex Drinker and the plated steel caps. So he has defense against Fizz, Nocturne, and Yasuo, all the while doing a lot of damage with his Eclipse as well. This Xinjiang is a scary boy to deal with right now.
Yeah, and Xin Zhao spikes so early with lethality as well, so it's going to be really hard for, except on maybe, to one-on-one the Xin Zhao in the side lane right now. And he is looking for kills. He's trying to find the Nocturne in the jungle, as you can see on the top side of your map. But Nocturne's here doing his red and should have his ult up soon. So let's see if they try to go for the bot dive or bot fight again.
I mean, we do keep having this meme in League of Legends saying we have late game and we have scaling. And who do you think has the better late game composition? On holding that thought, we do see Zuko and Typhon actually diving the on. So three-man dive onto the on will end up getting them a kill. So 10 for 10 on the kill board right now. A good dive being executed by Team Coco Cats, and that will be a lot of damage on the top turret.
Yeah, and coming back to your point, or your question rather, who has the better late game comp, I would say I would lean towards support no vision because of the on items. And on just being on, you don't have a lot of AP damage to deal with, so he can make one magic resist item and he won't die to the Diana, and the others won't be able to kill him as well. And having said that, they have so much setup for Yasuo as well to pop off. I would give the edge to support no vision here.
I mean, I was thinking the same because of those on items that provide such a huge spike. They're like so gold efficient, and imagining a support. I mean, meanwhile,
Yeah,
the
but
on
this
looks
is
like he
really
will go
smart by
down
Coco
again.
Cats.
Yeah. Oh, he does end up trading one for one, so like not the worst outcome, but he walked into the lane without any vision or support from his jungler, so ended up paying the price. But we do see
And
Xinjiang
Zen
might be
might
getting
die
gas.
as well. He's
The ult will buy him
I'm
some time, but it's such a messy game. So we see the on made the mistake of just walking in without any vision, ends up dying, and after that, Xinjiao should have just backed off, but went for the greedy damage onto the turret and ended up paying with
Yeah,
his life as well.
and you're never gonna get the turret. You don't have vision
Hmm.
on the Nocturne and Fizz, so it's highly likely that they are pathing towards the top side to stop you. So why won't you just back off? It's a very weird decision to continue hitting the turret there, even after a one for one. So
Oh
and
boy,
and
but
he
look at
does
this.
give his shutdown.
The Diana feeling really good about herself ends up getting a Magi Soul Seal, although only at 6 stacks right now. But I see the Diana's like, I'm gonna kill them all and I'm gonna make sure I do
Yeah,
not die in
he's
the process
feeling
as
he's
well.
he's a confident boy right now, getting that Magi so early on in the game. I mean, I do
Yeah,
not agree with it, but I like the
yeah.
confidence.
I mean, already the first item is the Nash's Tooth, and then she goes for the Magi. Well,
Yeah,
Team
and Faisal, do you
Cococat
think the
does
Fizz has? Uh,
getting the second dragon as well, and we have a full-on 5v5 team fight in the bottom lane river. Yasuo ends up getting
oh
the
my
Diana
god!
as well, but a good tornado will land onto the side of Team Coco Cats. But Samira's ultimate on a 3 second cooldown, just mowing down the entire side of Support No Vision, and the resurrect from Renata will make sure Irwin does not go down. So at the end of all of that, that was like a 4-for-1 for the side of Coco Cats, and Coco Cats ended up with the dragon as well. So like a complete disaster coming out from Support No Vision.
Yeah, and that all looked so good for support no vision till the wild monkey showed up and just knocked up everyone. And I think that was a turning point of the fight. Wukong so fed 4-1-3 300 goal shutdown, huge ultimate to knock everyone up and change the fight. So
Yeah.
really well done by Zuko. And I was gonna get to the point where I don't think the Fizz has realized that he doesn't have boots right now.
Yeah, like the sorcerer's boots necessary for the Fizz because he is a roaming champion as well and like adds on to his damage too. But Xinjiao does find himself between three people, will take the blast cone to safety, so not the worst outcome from him. But yes, I think the game's slowly but surely moving away from the grasp of support Novian Fish. I keep calling him Fish. He's not Fish, he's Fizz. But he will use his fish onto the Wukong, but it did not end up resulting in anything. So I think there will be a fight for the Rift Herald right now. I don't think Support No Vision can afford this. But they do end up going on to the Xinjiao. Xinjiao does get caught up, but the Diana will protect him with her ultimate, the on ultimate from the bottom side. So very split fight going on right now. Good knockup comes down from the Yasuo. Yasuo trying to do as much
Oh,
as he can, but the Wukong is just doing so much damage along with this Samira. Triple kill coming out from Irwin, and why not just use the ultimate to kill the Scuttle Crab as well at this point? So a complete ace coming out for only two deaths from the side of Coco Cats. And did they end up getting the Herald as well? No, the Herald was picked up by the Nocturne. So, but I don't think if that was worth it. One Herald for like losing five members of your team and the second tier turret as well.
yeah, and the gold lead is going to 9,000 now. So this game looks almost done at 18 minutes, and you wouldn't think that was happening like five
Oh
minutes
yeah,
ago when the
definitely.
Yasuo was so fed. And
I mean,
so,
Yasuo was 501 or something, and now
yeah, and
he's still
fighting
doing
for
pretty well.
second Herald, yeah, he is, but he can't carry the game alone now. That's the thing. And
Yeah,
support no vision, they keep trying to fight for some reason that Herald has, you don't need to fight for it. You can just give it away and just group and farm out. But they decide to fight, they elect to fight, and then 5-for-1, it's 5-for-2 maybe. So it's
yeah,
a
too.
really bad trade.
Yeah, looking at the scoreboard at 20 minutes, 20 kills to 15 for Coco Cats, a 9,000 goal lead, and five turrets to the zero. There's just, it's looking like one-way traffic out here right now at 20 minutes. Like if you put up this scoreboard in front of anyone, he's just gonna say Coco Cats has already won this game. But we have seen before as well with Coco Cats, they do end up getting the lead, but have like struggled to close the game out. So now they just have to cleanly close the game out, not take any stupid fights, and like give away those shutdown goals.
Yeah, and speaking of stupidity, I don't know what Dyna's making. Honestly, I haven't seen that build anywhere in the world. He has a Bami Cinder after Nashers. He got the
Oh,
Mages and he's died twice after that.
yeah, the Zinja is caught in the jungle with his pants down and will end up going down. A good catch up coming on by the Fizz,
The
but the
Dyna
Rakan
flashes in.
ultimate will end up charming them all. But Renata's ultimate
Oh,
completely turns the fight, landing onto all three members, make sure they quarrel among themselves. And that ultimate is very balanced, wink wink, in my opinion.
I mean it is a balanced ultimate, but having said that, you can't fight close quarter there. Obviously, she's gonna kill all of them. Jinzhao, again, as you said, got caught pants down for some reason, but then Samira so far ahead, and I have to mention it again. Zuko on that Wukong is destroying support no vision. He's always coming up with the big urge, 3-man, 4-man knockups, and just turns the fight on his own.
I mean, Wukong already a very overtuned champion in my opinion, and once he gets the Divine Sunderer, and like now he has the Death's Dance as well, it's like good luck killing him. He's just so annoying to deal with. He has so much damage and armor penetration in his kit itself. It's just very hard to deal with, and he does so much AoE damage. But props to Zuko as well. He did get like the solo kills and made sure he was ahead.
Yeah, and this is where I think Yasuo is finding it hard because he has to go in, and once you go in, the Wukong will knock you up, and you're pretty much dead. So it becomes a really hard game for Yasuo to play in now.
I
So
mean,
let's see.
another thing to like see is that almost all of the champions are melee for support no vision, so it's really easy for the Renata to land her ultimate. It's like
Yeah,
pretty
yeah, yeah.
much guaranteed hit every single time, so it's very hard for support no vision to actually team fight.
Yeah,
So
and
I think problems
as
with the
you
draft
said,
right there.
speaking of melee range champions, they're gonna find it hard to siege the turrets and everything. As you can see, they can't really walk up to hit the turret, and you just have to rely on the Baron buff to do it for them.
Oh yeah, but like someone should be pushing the other lane as well. Everyone should not be grouped at mid, and we do see the Xinjiao actually going towards the top lane to bring that wave in. So pressure two lanes at once, force support no vision to decide either if they want to all in one side or like try to defend. But now we do see it being played correctly, both lanes being pressured. Oh my god, the
And this
Xinjiao is
Jinjao is
melting through the
bloodthirsty, man.
on like he's nothing, and we do see support
Oh,
Vision actually
beautiful
going for
Rakana.
the all-in at the mid lane. Yasuo ultimate will connect, but will end up to nothing. A good on ultimate actually. Renata going really low, and so did the
Alvin, yeah.
Samira, but not to any avail for support no vision. So I
Yeah,
mean
and
that
as you
looks
can see, the
kind of
fights are
promising.
really close.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The fights are really close because of the team comms, but it's just how far behind they find themselves because of the mistakes they made in the early game.
Oh yeah.
And against a
Definitely.
Baron buff Coco Cats, it's really hard to execute your comp. As we talked about before Champ selected, this comp is gonna be really hard to execute for support no vision, and they were doing quite well, but now this just looks very one-sided. So 14,000 goal lead for Coco Cats in 23 minutes. I
Yeah, I
think
think it's
this
just
game is
it's
on
a
a timer
matter.
now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's not a matter of if Coco Cat win. It's more like when Coco Cat finish this game off because this game should be like technically unlosable for Coco Cats right now. They have to do something really, really wrong to end up from this losing from this situation.
I wouldn't count them out because they did kind
Yeah,
of do
like
it
if
yesterday,
someone
but
can do that, it is Coco Cat.
it is Coco Cats. Yeah, they can give it and take it at the same time. But
I mean,
this
it
looks
is.
unthrowable to me. Honestly, they have three dragons, gonna get the soul soon as well. So
I mean, it
this
is
one's gonna
that
be hard to
time.
lose even for them.
Yeah, it is that time where the on upgrades start rolling in slowly as well. The on is at level 13, so like I'm assuming the first upgrade will go to the Yasuo. It should, and
It
let's
really
see if
should. Yeah.
that affects the team fights in any way. Let's see if the game actually survives till then. I'm pretty sure Coco Cats must have that in the back of their heads as well, and they will be looking to finish the game as soon as possible.
Yeah, and
Oh,
man,
the
Fizz, I
on
know
lands
you're
on a massive four-man knockup and the Yasuo will
oh,
follow. Oh my god, absolute annihilation coming on. But the Samira ultimate will dish out a lot of damage as well. And this is looking bad for support no vision. The Fizz will go down as well. But on with a
that's
massive
game.
engage. Yeah, that is him. Like, that was the literal best case scenario that could have happened for support no vision. Absolutely filthy engage coming on by the on
That's a
right there.
very weird TP.
I mean, he knows the game's done. Might as well just go to the base
Yeah,
and end
but
up
still he
dying.
TP'd with 300 HP to the turret to die.
Oh
A
god.
huge team fight. I couldn't even keep track because there were like a million knockups in that team fight because of Diana, Wukong, On, Rakan, Yasuo. Everyone just coming up with their own knockups. So huge
I
fight
mean,
there. And
if the game were any closer, I think support no vision would have just completely wiped out the team fight. So that is the end of game one in this best of three for the lower brackets, and very messy game, a very quick game. Honestly, I in the beginning stages it felt like it would like drag along, or if anything, it looked like support no vision would be the one taking them down, but.
yeah.
Cold Cats really coming in clutch and making sure they pick up those important kills and ended up actually closing out the game in a clean fashion.
Yeah, and Coco Cats, while they didn't make it look pretty, they get the job done. It was hell of a game to watch as well. So many fights everywhere around the map. Even when you have a 4v4 in the bottom lane, the top lane's fighting 1v1
Support
as
at the
well.
end,
It's
yeah,
like just, fighting it out, just proving who's better and who's not. So, really interesting game to watch.
yeah.
And
So like,
having said that, I really think Support No Vision could have won this game.
I mean, that would
based on
have
how
made
the
things
first
a
10 minutes
lot
went. Yeah,
spicy. Coco Cats still have things to fix. I think the over enthusiastic dives they made in the bottom lane, like level 3, level 4, ended up giving the Yasuo like 2 or 3 free kills, and then uh, a lot of times not respecting the enemy team as well, just pushing down lanes, trying to get the hits on turret, and ended up dying as well. I think against a more known team, no disrespect to Support No Vision, I think things like this would not fly. So still,
I mean, as
Coco
you can
Cats
see,
do
it,
have
it, it
a lot
didn't
of
fly in this game as well.
oh yeah, they almost ended up
Yeah,
losing to the Yasuo's domination. So that was the end of game one, guys, and we will be back with game two pretty soon. Stay tuned with us, and I'm sure this game will bring us more action. And I
and
hope to
hopefully a lot
see,
more spicy picks as well from
yes,
Support No Vision, because that was fun to watch with Yasu and Rakan bottom lane.
and they
And
almost pulled
Zinjao,
it off.
man, you don't expect those.
Uh, thank you. So, like on that note, we will take a break for a few minutes before we return for the game number two of this best of three series in the lower brackets of the Road to Asian Games. Thank you.
move so fast, all tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay to my life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I've no more patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. You're stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. You're stronger. You're like poetry, the crazy whirlwinds blows us from the corners of my mind. Been long since last touched for the first time. Thought I was crazy until I reached out and saw your hand there waiting for mine. Like the stars had all aligned. And I breathe your aura, can I leave your aura? You have me like gravity. like you were already mine. Surreal to me, how you make me feel wild and calm at the same time. Never felt so alive. Thought I was crazy until I reached out and saw your hand there waiting for mine, like the stars had all aligned. I lay beside today, tonight, your vibe, desire, our eyes on fire. And I breathe your aura, can I leave your aura? You have me like gravity. You don't have to try it, it's just like a magnet. You have me like gravity. You have me like gravity. You have me like gravity. You just like it's just like a magnet.
Oh no, that is what they all say when they see me pouring some wine. Oh, think it's empty again. Better fill it up before I go. Cause I'm loving it, feeling it, touch me and being it. See what I see in it, I'm typical. Messing around with it, mix it up, go with it, flow with it, let it all go. Oh Lord, think you know what I'm like, but you don't fall, you lose control. Bittersweet melody when I dance on your fly. Cause I know what you don't, it is me you adore. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken up red. How sad. Oh boy, got so hot I forgot what I should have thought of before. Sure ain't easy for you to let off the rules, cause there's so much fun. Are you loving the feeling it? Touch me, are you in it? Don't see what you're seeing, but typical. Messing around with it, mix it up, go with it, flow with it, please let it go. Oh no, think I did it again. I said a few things that I shouldn't have done. Well, bittersweet melody when I dance on your fly. Cause I know what you don't, it is me you adore. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken up red. How sad. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken up red. Now come alive with me and quit the jealousy. I know you're bored, I know it's boring me. Now come alive, baby, get out the grave with me. I know you're bored. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your head. Cut to the bone, it's broken up, babe. How sad. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your head. Cut to the
And welcome back, guys. We are back with the second game of the Road to Asian Games in the loser bracket of the first best of three that we have. We saw in the first game Team Coco Cats pretty convincingly taking down Support No Vision, and I am Fireball. Along with me is Kaka to cast this second game of this best of three.
Yeah, and jumping straight into the game two. Game one wasn't close, was it? For the first 10 minutes, maybe.
I mean, it
You
was
know it
close only
was.
because Team Coco Cat wanted it to be close in the first 10 minutes. They've had
Yeah,
a few like questionable dives and everything, but they did recover pretty well, and they made sure that they close out the game in
quite
very
convincingly.
technical fashion. Yeah, convincingly
Yeah,
actually, and they did team fight really well and made good macro decisions. But then again, if your team's support no vision, you do have a few positives to take down from the previous game as well. They were doing pretty good. I mean, when I say they, I just mean their bot lane. The Yasuo was quite far ahead, and that is a ray of hope for them. So I hope that they'll be able to build up on that and come back stronger in
yeah,
this
and
second game.
having said that, we keep talking about the first 10 minutes as well, but Coco Cats never really lost the goal lead at all the whole game. They even
Yeah.
even when they were falling behind I say, but even though Yasu had like 6, 7 kills, they were still like 1,000 goal or 500 goal behind. And once they just won one team fight, the game was essentially over because they just kept on snowballing the game and won every fight after that. I'm pretty sure. So
I mean, yeah, they were just so much better at CSing and just laning in general that they generated a pretty hefty gold lead just because of that. So I'm hoping Team Support No Vision takes all of this into account and tries to polish up their act a little bit more if they do not want to be completely swept off at 2-0. Because Irvin and Gang, although they're known to like throw games when they want to, but they are a pretty strong team, and it is pretty hard to beat them, believe or not. So I think for game two, Support Novision really has to step it up if they want to stand a chance.
yeah, and at the end of the game too, we talked about spicy picks, and boy, do we have some spicy picks for you guys.
Yeah, we did have a look at the
Spoiler,
draft, and for
there's a lot
Support
of spicy picks
Novision,
there. Yeah.
we will be featuring a Master Yi. So I know a lot of Indian players. I don't know what is with the India and League of Legends. A lot of these players love to see a good Master Yi, and they will
Good
get
mastery. Yeah.
that. They will get to see that one. So we have a Master Yi, but unfortunately for him, he is against a Nautilus and a Volleyball. So both of them have like point and click CCs. It'll be hard for Master Yi to maneuver around all of that CC. But oh boy, from my solo queue games, and I'm pretty sure from your solo queue games as well, once a master he gets fed, it's like absolutely cracked out of his mind. Just presses one Q and just starts deleting people. Can be very very annoying if not dealt with properly. So I hope it does not go to that point because I am expecting a competitive team which is going like competing for Asian games to know how to deal with a master Yi. If I
With the
see some
mastery.
solo queue
Yeah.
action right here, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
And I would have loved it if Coco Cat decided on, picking up Ramus and just sitting in the Mastery's
Oh,
jungle.
okay,
That would
yeah,
have been so so much fun. But let's see how that goes for them.
yeah. And
Okay, let's
on
let's
that
jump
note,
into the match. Yeah,
yeah.
and as you can see, the logos again: Coco Cats versus Support No Vision.
I
Support
mean,
No
Support
Vision on
No
the red
Vision did
side
play
now.
like they had no vision last game. Not gonna lie, they just kept getting dove and
No, you're
getting
wrong.
close
They
to
played like
winning.
they had all the vision in the world, and that's why they kept on fighting because they were quite confident.
I mean, they did have a good bomber combo team composition for the first game, and it kind of worked out as well. But now we see they're just going for their comfort picks at this point with the Master Yi, and I'm just
And a
glad
Galio
to.
mid, it's one of my favorites. I'm a very well
Hmm.
known Galio player. I don't know if you've
I
heard
mean,
of it, but
I think we have we say Kaka and we think of Talia, Galio, and LeBlanc, and so that's that. But a good Galio, as you know, can really influence the entire map. He'll just push the lane
let me
with
tell you,
one
Faisal,
auto
a good
attack. And
Galio.
oh,
Okay, the game has already started
oh,
in 4-1 to Coco Cats. I'm not sure what
um,
went down level one.
okay. So what I'm seeing on the scoreboard right now is I don't know if my eyes are lying to me. It says 1 minute and 30 seconds, and Coco Cats have 4 kills.
Yeah, and a 2,000 goal lead. I think we can just wrap it up here and go home quickly. But jokes
Samira
aside, mastery,
2-0.
lethal tempo. You focus on the mastery. He has ignite as well. He has 1 kill, so he's feeling happy. He's like,
Oh,
what,
oh
guys? Even though
boy.
you died, I do have 1 kill.
I mean, with the Diesel Tempo, do you think he's going for the Kraken Slayer build? I think I've seen a lot of Master go for the Dust Blade or like the lethality
Yeah,
oriented
but
build.
dude, he has to go Kraken Slayer in this game. You're against a Volibear. Gwen gets relatively tanky as well, and even Nautilus. So going
Oh, yeah, okay,
lethality would
that
be
makes
like,
sense. Yes, yes, yes.
it really won't be advisable. So let's see if
But
he does. I really
ab-
hope he does.
yeah, absolutely insane that there was a full blown level 1 fight and Coco Cats absolutely ended up smashing Team Support No Vision, and we do see
And
Irvin
fight in the
bullying
bot lane, and
Coco
there's a
Cats as well.
level. Yeah, Nautilus is level 2. Samira 2-0-1 was level 1, so I don't know what's up with that.
What's going on there? And I mean, he has 2 long swords in the boot. The Leona, I'm not sure you want to do that, buddy. You might be a level up, but this Samira has a massive item advantage over your Vayne right now. But oh, there
Oh,
we
here
go. The
comes the
Master is
E-Gank.
going in. The Steamy Blade will connect onto the Nautilus. Nautilus flashes away, but the stun will connect as well. Irvin trying to do as much damage as he can. The Master
Oh
EQ lands,
no!
but he will follow up onto the turret because of the Nautilus Q, but will walk away safely. So exhaust making sure not a lot of damage is done by Irvin as well. But the Volibear is here as well. Nero from that Xin Zhao trying to gank for his bottom lane. So it will be a 1-for-1 at the end. Master Yi ends up
And he
getting
smites
the
the
kill.
cannon.
Yeah, I mean taxed.
And that's a Mastery's wet dream right there. Nautilus without flash, we just queue into the turret, get out safely as well. But then the answer from Coco Cats was pretty on point.
Yeah.
Volibear roams down as well, and then Zinchao, having so much lead in the mid lane, roams down as well, and they make it work for themselves.
So yeah. All in all, Samira does end up getting the kill. So better for Irvin actually staying a little more than he should have and has to expend his flash to get away from the Vayne. Zinjao going in onto the Galio, the
No,
taunt connect, but the knockup barely misses the
just
master. He
this
was right
punch will
there.
miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would have been so nice for the Mastery to get a kill there if he
A
could.
hex
And
slash from the Nautilus does not amount to anything. But 4 minutes into the game, 5 kills to 2 for Coco Cats. Coco Cats do have a 2000 goal lead. The Master Yi will end up getting caught in his own jungle. Do as much yoga as you can, but that asana is not saving you from this hungry bear. So, Master Yi 1-1, his good time is coming to an end, I feel.
yeah, and if meditation can't help you as well, then I don't know what will, because he's getting caught out in his own jungle now. And there's two sides to playing Mastery. Either you go 15-0 or you are just useless the whole game. And you
Yeah.
can see the trajectory where this guy is going. So
Oh,
the hook
the
lands
hook!
onto the
The
Leona.
absolute tip of the hook. The Zenith Blade does connect onto Irvin for the stun as well, but the melee range auto attack will take him down. One more auto from the Vayne will do it, but the Silver Bolts cannot finish him off. He is rumbling it down with the Nautilus. Nautilus absolutely smacking that anchor down onto the Vayne's head, and it almost looked like the Nautilus would have killed the Vayne 1v1 right there. Shows at what position ADC is right now. But Samira ends up getting that kill, and it'll be 4-0-1 Samira, and does not look good for support Navision at all.
Yeah, and are they planning to drive the win? Surely not, right? Because that would be really risky. But the Irvin finds himself so far ahead. 5 minutes, 400 gold bounty. So it's a really good game to be
I mean,
Samira
remember,
in.
yeah, remembering from last game as well, Samira ended up getting so many kills as well. Master, he will land the Alpha Strike onto the Nautilus. A good
Oh,
Zenith Blade, make sure the Nautilus is rooted at the same place. Nero will go in, but the Justice Punch back into the Xin Zhao. I don't know what was that all about. I thought he was safe and pretty much escaped the Xin Zhao right there, but he decides to go back in and just hand.
I still think he would have died to the ignite though. So that's a
Okay.
nice try trying to knock the Xin Zhao in the turret,
with
but
turret.
Xin Zhao turns 6, presses R, gets the kill, and gets out safely. As you can see, might even
He
kill the
is.
Master E.
I do not know what he's trying to do right here. He ends up going down. The Zinja was like 2 levels up on
Oh,
him,
just
but
press right
the
click on
Canyo
him.
could not finish the Zinjao. He did not use his empowered auto attack. That would have done the deal. But feels bad right there. But questionable decision by Masa. He just walked up and pressed right click onto the Zinjao and left his mouse and keyboard. Almost felt like that. And the
Yeah,
Zinjao just
and just
auto
like
attacking.
game one, this is one hell of a game. So messy, so many fights, and even at less than half HP, Galio's trying to find the Volibear in their own jungle. So that just tells you how aggressive both teams are trying to play in this game, and
I
Mastery is
mean,
not having a good time.
there is one point being aggressive and there is other point just running it down wherever you feel like. So I feel team support vision is going towards the latter approach. I mean, there was no reason for the Master Yi to do what he just did, but he ended up paying as well. But now look at the scoreboard at 8 minutes. Three people with bounties for team to Coco Cats, and no team should be 4,000 goal lead ahead at 8 minutes.
At
What is going
7
on?
minutes, yeah, it's a very tough game, and I would like to point out Zinchao is trying for some other build now. Last game he went for the Hex Drinker first, into Eclipse second, and then Titanic Hydra third, and it
Is he
looks like
going for
he's
the
gonna go
Gale
for a
Force?
Kraken Slayer or a Gale Force. Yeah, could be Shield Bow as well. You never know.
Yeah.
All three of those items. I mean, I've never seen a Zinchao mid anyway, so whatever he
When
decides to make,
will
I really think it's the
find
right
the
choice.
Mastery in the jungle, so 2v2 blowing up onto the top side lane, the Volibear will follow up and dive onto the top side. But in the meanwhile, we see Irvin taking down the Vayne in the bottom lane as well. So staying true to the fights of previous game, there's like a fight going around everywhere onto someone. A good hook will
Nice hook
land
connects
and a
again.
flash away will make sure Dom's kitten stays alive. So really, really well played right there by the bottom lane of Coco Cats, and the Samira is 6-0-1 at 9 minutes.
Yeah, and really, really well played by Dom. Knows how much damage he can take and
Oh,
deal in that order, and gets
one will
out. And
connect. Oh
Zinchao
my god, Nero will
is
just end up
diving.
deleting the. Oh,
He's gonna die to the turret though.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's a.
it's a huge shutdown to the Vayne. So I don't think they'll be complaining about that kill. Although the Galio is 0-3, once you hit level 6 and go to the other side of the map, it doesn't really matter what your score is if you can just outnumber the enemy team.
Yeah. I mean, then
And
again,
Vayne,
look at the CS numbers. Support No Vision really, really struggling in the laning phase against Coco Cats. CS disadvantages all around, like almost double the CS in some lanes as well. So support No Vision
yeah,
leaking a
and
lot of
this
gold.
is a trend from last game as well. Even last game, although they were up in kills at one point in the game, they were always half or less in the CS department, and that's why they could never get the goal lead as well. So even now, top 82 CS to 54, he's down almost 25-30 CS. So it's a big deal. You need to know
Looking
how
at,
to CS properly.
yeah, I mean, at this level, you definitely do need to, like, if you have 37 CS at 10 minutes, something's going really, really wrong for you. Galio is not having a fun time, sits on his lost chapter and a single stack of Dark Seal, whereas the Samira has completed her Immortal Shield Bow, and Xin Zhao looks like he has almost completed his item as well. So yeah, that looks like a Gale Force or a Kraken Slayer based on the pickaxe
See,
along with the
he just missed the
Quiver.
cannon and the melee minion as well. I think even when it goes to building the items, I think you should just go for plated steel caps and
Yes,
Bramble West
exactly. Should have gotten
first
them
two
early.
items, so at least you can survive the lane. But going for the lost chapter into Dark Seal first, it's like
Nautilus
really.
ultimate does connect onto the Vayne as they're looking to
Oh,
dive
the
this. The
Volibear
Volibear
is in the
says
bottom
the
lane as well.
ultimate will cancel out the turret for a few seconds, so the Leona going really low. But Samina is the one who's actually tanking the turret, but she says, I do not mind.
Oh,
Well,
the Galio
actually,
is gonna come in. I think he's gonna die as well.
I mean, he does make an entry really late. So Hero's entrance, Master Yi with his
Master
ultimate. Okay,
Yi.
this is the moment we've been waiting
Dead.
for, and there you go. One auto attack from the Nautilus. You stay in one place, Yi. Don't get too ahead of yourselves. And Dom's Kitten just landed every single hook in that team fight, and that was what, like 4 kills. Yeah,
Yeah.
except the on,
Yeah.
everyone just died for support no vision, and this game is
Yeah,
going
it's just
horrible.
going from bad to worse for support no
Yeah.
vision. Zuko might die here
And
one
Coco
for
will
one, but
trade 1 for 1, but I don't think he
I
minds
think
all
this
that
game
much.
is long gone. It doesn't matter.
Oh, the
It's gonna be
way,
a really,
yeah, it's an uphill task.
yeah, it really is. The first turret goes down in the mid lane. Xin Zhao is gonna kill the Galio again. It's just that the
Oh my god! So there we go.
yeah,
That's
just rubbing
recall.
it in.
Yeah. I mean, what did you
And
expect? You cannot just
Faisal, 11
walk it.
minutes, 10,000 gold lead. It's a
Absolutely
wrap,
filthy,
boys.
filthy violation right there. This should not be happening.
And I'm pretty sure support no vision is wondering why their FF button's not working because that
Yeah.
only comes online at 15 minutes.
Oh boy, at this point, like, just do whatever you want. Just try to have fun for the last few minutes you have left in this tournament, I guess.
Yeah, Gale Force completed on the Xin Zhao as well. He's
I
going
think
for Essence Reaver
Essence
second, I'm
Reaver.
pretty
Yeah,
sure.
Essence Reaver.
Yeah.
And the Yi will be caught out again, will use his ultimate, but his ultimate does not help against Root. But the On is there and he's dishing out a lot of damage. The On will shut down the Volley Bear right there, but he ends up going down as well to the Samira, and the Nautilus will just bonk Master Yi at his head and takes him down. The Zenith Blade does connect onto Irwin. The Soka Flare will make sure he is locked up. But there's like two different fights
I
going
mean,
on. Irwin turns
yeah.
it around, uses his ultimate, make sure it's a 1 for 1. Now Dom's Kitten is running for his life. The Galio is dangerously low, and they will back off actually. Nautilus was absolutely out of mana. I think the Leona could have just continued to chase, waited for her Zenith Blade because she had the red buff as well, but they just decided to play it slow. Messy fight for Coco Cats. They
Yeah,
ended up
and
getting
it's
the fusion.
really unfortunate that the Samira who had 400 gold bounty from minute 4 eventually goes down to the Leona from the enemy team. So he's like, you know what, we'll take that. And that's
I
the
mean,
state of the
the best
game as
case
well.
scenario,
It's
if Irwin wanted to die, that's the one champion you would want to die to. Yeah, Mastery, I'm not sure you want to take that fight,
no,
but
he
go,
can, he
go
can, he
turn.
can, he can. Yeah,
He has
it's
completed the
it's a
Blade of the
mastery.
Ruined King. Yeah, I did not notice that he has completed the Blade, but Neo
And that's a
stands,
very disgusting ignite right there. That's that.
and oh, flash forward. Oh, oh, I mean, it is what it is at this point. His blade does connect onto the
Nothing
Zinja
can
after
surprise
he
me
died.
anymore.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I've seen it all in the 9 years of I've played this godforsaken game.
Hey, we have seen high level challenger players make that mistake. So, as
Uh,
funny as it is, it can happen to anyone.
and forget high challenger players. We've seen Yellow Star make that play in the bottom lane,
We have
which is
seen Faker do it. So,
yeah, can't say much.
it can happen, guys. If Faker can make that mistake, you're allowed to as well.
So at 15 minutes, 23 kills. It just feels unreal to say that.
And 12,000
35,000
gold lead.
gold to yeah. I mean, this Samira has completed 2 items at 15 minutes,
And so
and
has the Zen Zhao.
just absolutely insane stats coming out right there from the carries for Coco Cats. Who do you think can be a saving grace for support vision? We've seen Vayne become into a hyper carry and
I
Master
think the
Yi become
only
into a
one who
hyper.
can help them win this game would be Coco Cats.
Yeah,
Because they have to
exactly.
throw this like 6, 7 times for support no vision to come back and be even in gold. Although having said that, Vayne and Mastery do scale, and that's just
I
we're just
mean,
picking on.
someone
Yeah,
needs
I
to
mean,
tell
as you
this
can see the
Master
state of
Yi
the
not
game.
he cannot press Q every time he sees an enemy champion. So the
Beautiful hook
calculation
by Nautilus again.
Coco Cats will take down 2 kills and looking for the third as well. Look at the damage onto the Leona. That's the Leona, my friend. She's going down like she's some ADC right there. That just shows how far ahead Xinjiao really is, and they're already on the inhibitor turrets at 16 minutes.
Yeah, and this will be an I don't think Support No Vision can answer this one because they have been dying so much. An average of 4 deaths, you know, that's that's quite a lot.
Uh,
Where did the Vayne go?
yeah, Vayne will get completely obliterated, gets the ADC treatment right there, and
I think they can just end the game here.
I think it is about to be game. Sub 20 minutes. Forget 20. Looks like it's another hook will connect onto the Leona and a triple kill again from the Samira.
And
So
Suko, my friend, just leave top lane. Just go help your
I,
team end the game.
this is ridiculous. I mean, we missed what happened at level 1, but whatever happened just completely destroyed support no vision. Irvin is not a
Yeah,
player who will, like, give away on his lead. He started this game 4-0 and 1 from level 1, and he made sure that he would translate that into a quick in 17 minutes and 4 seconds is when the
yeah.
Nexus went down. And Kaga, what do you have to say for that game? I'm
I
actually at a
I
loss for
have
words.
I have a lot to say and nothing to say at the same time. I don't know how that works, but picking up mastery in a deciding game can go either side. And make no mistake, you can't stay in the middle when you pick mastery. It's either all in or all out. And
Oh, yeah. Boy,
unfortunately
they
for
were all
Support No
out.
Vision, it was, yeah, they were all out at level one itself. So really tough loss for them to handle.
I mean, at one point, Coco Cats had more champion kills than they had minions killed, so that's saying a lot. But we do see the end game screen right now, and Irvin and Nero absolutely destroying Summoner's Rift. 12-1-6 on the Samira and 10-6 on the Xin Zhao, I believe, and absolutely carrying their teams on their backs, but nothing to take away from Dom's Kitten as well. 20 kill
Exactly. Yeah.
participation right there,
Exactly.
and
Two four
Nero,
eighteen. He died for his team. He just connected every hook. So
yeah, like
yeah,
the most KP in his team as well. Like he was essential for all those kills that Irvin got, and all in all, really well played by Coco Cats. But team support no vision, I think they had a better showing in the first game as well. Second game, not so much. Yeah, I don't think they will be proud of their performance in the second game. Well, it's okay. They're a relatively new team. I think they can use this as an experience and move forward. Hopefully, they don't disband, and usually that's what happens to the Indian teams in League of
yeah,
Legends
yeah.
scene. But hopefully, they can stay together, build on this, and come back stronger next tournaments.
I mean, it's a tough loss for anyone. When even if you lose your solo queue game in 15 minutes, you're just you have a really salty taste in your mouth, and you're like, why? You just want to go one more game. Make it right. But unfortunately, they won't be able to do that because the game has ended. But with that, we say goodbye to Support No Vision for this tournament, and Coco Cats looking really strong. And if Temple of Kings are watching, they'll be noticing that something has changed here, and these guys are really confident in closing out their games.
Like really, really strong showing from Coco.
With that, the
Low,
tournament bracket, as you can see, Coco Cats moving up to lower bracket round two,
the lower
where
bracket
they will
final
face
actually.
the loser of Temple of Kings versus Pineapple Cake. So let's see who they have in their store, and something tells me Pineapple Cake will find themselves down there, but
I mean, it is a
let's see how
very
that
safe
goes.
assumption to make Temple of Kings is like the team to beat in this tournament, and if you do beat them, you do deserve to go to Asian Games, and just looking forward to that. So they will move towards the lower bracket finals, Coco Cats that is, and they will play either Temple of Kings or Pineapple Cake, as you mentioned, and sorry, we will make sure that you guys know when the games are, and just going back to the grand finals, we're assuming it will be Temple of Kings versus Coco Cats. So, like, what do you think will happen if Temple of Kings does end up actually meeting Coco Cats after you see what Coco Cats has shown today?
I mean, there's no room for underestimating Coco Cats from Temple of Kings, and I'm pretty sure they won't as well. It's a really strong team, really experienced team. Both the teams have really high level players as well. Some of the best in India, I would say. Yeah. So let's see. And tomorrow we will have some more matches as well, and we'll see who comes out on top in those matches. We'll update the schedule pretty sure. I'm pretty soon. I'm sure. So let's see.
Yeah, keep
And
following us
yeah,
on the socials to know the schedule, to never miss out on any action that we provide to you, and never miss out on any League of Legends games that bring you 23 kills in 10 minutes. And
exactly. And look at
on
the
that,
action, guys. There's a lot of action. I don't think you should miss this because I won't.
exactly. So on that note, guys, this was the lower bracket final one for the Road to Asian Games hosted by ESFI. This is me, Fireball, along with Kaka, and we will bid farewell to you and see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.
See you guys.